Welcome back, and this is the final video for the day because I'm still doing 4 videos a day, and this is the last video for today. So we are going through the wiki book. Okay, this is all my stuff. The wiki. Oh, I should go ahead and start this. So, the wiki book Blender 3D Noob to Pro, and we're gonna read through it. We're gonna go through the tutorials. We're gonna try to see if we can't use it to work in Blender 2.80, which at the time this book was made was 2.5. And actually, it keeps on. It was saying that they would like people to edit it and make it up to date and stuff. It's way out of date. However, if it's useful, if I can figure it out, maybe I can add to it. Maybe we can update this to 2.8. Maybe. I don't know if I will. More than likely I won't because I'm lazy, but maybe not. And this might be a good resource. And I said before that this isn't a tutorial. Like, I'm not making a tutorial for you to follow, but I'm showing you me going through this book. But at the same time, it might actually help you to learn. You may like messing around with it. You may see me go, oh, I can do that. You might go, hey, I'm going to go get Blender 2.8 and I'm going to try to follow along and we'll see what happens. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. I don't really care. Actually, it'd be kind of cool. It'd be cool if you did actually. It'd be cool if you viewed it in the first place and then liked it and then subscribed to my channel and all that good stuff. I'm not really still up in the whole YouTube, where you have to, you sell yourself and you say, before you do that, hit that like and subscribe button and make sure you share, blah, 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 blah. You actually know how it works if you're on YouTube at all, probably. If you're new, maybe you're new. You'll figure it out pretty quickly. But in any case, we're going to go back to the book, and I'm going to start reading some stuff off, and we'll see what we can see. So, we went through the table of contents here fairly quickly, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if you can keep up or not, or maybe just bored you to tears or whatever, and you don't care. So if you don't care, you don't care. Miscellaneous tutorials. This is our attic. Mostly tutorials that could be useful to some extent if they would be revamped completely, but are a little use at the moment. If you can contribute to some of them, go ahead and rewrite them to your liking. And actually, it kind of doesn't matter. If I end up going through the daily and then I try to maybe I'll go through each tutorial and try to do it in 2.8. If I do it in 2.8, maybe that's a good thing. You know what I mean? So we got modeling a gingerbread man, modeling a simple spaceship, creating an animated GIF wallpaper, Blender/GIMP, preparing a scene. I am not going to be using GIMP though. I do have GIMP right here, but I'm actually going to see if I can make sure everything's done in Blender. I'm going to try to be using Grease Pencil because Grease Pencil in 2.8 has a ton more features than 2.79, and it's its own full 2D animation program in its own right, and I'm sure you can actually do backgrounds and paintings, and it's not exactly an image editor, but I'm sure you can do a lot of stuff in it, and that's what I'm going to try to do. So any painting and stuff, any 2D artworks, I'm going to be doing it in Blender Grease Pencil from 2.8. So that includes animations. So anyways, creating weapons based on 2D images, modeling with metaballs, match moving and motion tracking with Icarus and Blender. Now, Icarus, that would actually be, yeah, this might be something that I won't be able to use, maybe, unless Icarus is compatible with Blender's motion tracking. They do have motion tracking, and it's pretty cool. So they actually think they had the motion tracking since 2.66 or something. So create a clayman. What's a clayman? that? That's kind of... It doesn't have the images though, apparently. So we'll have to see if we can. We might not be able to do any of these at all, but we'll see. Organic modeling, understanding the fluid simulator, creating a joule in Blender, modeling a picture, modeling with a spin tool introduction, illustrative example, model a wine glass, creating Ogg movies using Blender, creating animated GIFs using Blender and GIMP, 3D tiling backgrounds for the web. What is that? 100% developed as of May 2009. Here, let's see what we got here. This one you might be able to figure out how to do. Interesting. That's kind of cool, sort of, I guess. Cool things that aren't obvious in Blender. That might be pretty cool. File browser functions, object vertex manipulation. Boy, this is like a book in its own. Look at that. No pictures though. Anyways, troubleshooting, creating Blender libraries, adding some depth with stereo ways to create a fluffy effect. Human body rendering information using Blender libraries, beginning modeling final project, using Inkscape to make advanced Bezier curves. Light mapping, platonic solids, polygonal modeling, box modeling, illustrative example, model a chair, swan chair, model chair preparations, the feet, illustrative example, modeling a simple human character, preparations, modeling, polygon by polygon modeling, animation notes and fact, customization, mist, make objects opaque. Okay, so that about does that. Now, how do I get to the next? Wikibookian suggests that Blender 3D memo book be merged into this book or chapter. That's fine, whatever. I don't care that much. Here. And like I said before, I'm using Brave, so those little things that pop up are just things that will give me a little bit of BAT, basic attention token, which is, I guess, their own token. So crypto. And who knows, maybe one of these days it'll suddenly blow up and get huge, and hey, I didn't have to pay for it. All you had to do was click on ads. Okay, so now table of contents. Okay, so there's no next because we haven't actually started into the thing. So, knowing before making, Noob to Pro Unit 1. Unit 1, everybody. Blender is a powerful and complex 3D modeling and rendering package. Before you can use it effectively to make things, you need to know a few things about how it works. This process of 3D modeling and rendering of Blender does some rudiments of 3D analytic geometry, axis and coordinates, orthographic and perspective views of a 3D object, local coordinate systems, and child objects, the fundamentals of Blender's user interface, hotkeys, windows, and menus, how to view a 3D scene from different vantage points in Blender. Yeah, there's an interesting thing too. If you watch some of the previous videos when I'm screwing around, you notice that sometimes the model disappears, and that has to do with the I don't know, the view depth or something to do with the depth thing. And as soon as I change it, it will appear. But then when I switch back to another view, then you have to change it back, and it's kind of annoying, but I guess it's one of maybe the bugs or something. Hopefully they'll have it fixed. Maybe I should have reported it, but I think that if it was there, most people probably they probably figured it out and probably fixed that already. So, okay, so this unit is devoted entirely to this sort of background knowledge. You won't create your first Blender model until the next unit. Knowing this, you might be tempted to skip ahead. Depending on your background, that may or may not work. For instance, if you use other 3D graphics patches, you might be able to skim or skip ahead as far as the user interface tutorial. If there's any doubt, please proceed through the tutorial in sequence. Blender is not the kind of software you can launch into and grope about until you find your way. It's not like exploring an unfamiliar city. It's more like finding a spaceship. If you happen in the pilot seat without knowing the fundamentals, you'll be lucky to ever get off the ground, and it'd take a miracle for you to reach your destination safely. Okay, word about jargon. Things you'll need, where to go for help, additional resources. Okay, like any subject, 3D modeling has its own jargon. terminology specific to the subject and ordinary words that have special meanings in the context of computer graphics. In this book, important new words are highlighted on the first appearance and defined soon after. If you suspect you've missed or forgotten the meaning of a word, try to look it up in the glossary. Things you'll need. In order to work on the tutorials, you'll need access to a computer that has Blender installed. Download the latest stable release. Depending on what is installed in your system, you may also need the appropriate Python installation. Each version of Blender works only with a specific version of Python, which is generally included in the download. And Blender version. I actually wonder what version of Python at 2.8 has in it. I wonder what they're up to right now. Python.org, I believe, is that. And what are we in, the Python 3? Is that where we're up to? So apparently they're up to Python 3. Blender.org. What version of Python? I don't know how to. Here. What version of Python does Blender 2.80 use? 2.6, that's quite a bit back. Which version of Blender is better? So find Python. Well, I don't know which version. They're up to 2.7. They're up to 3 on the actual, probably 3 something. Installation. After installation is process. See, I'm not going to do the installation dealies because it talks about building it yourself. You can actually just download your latest version from blender.org, and when you go to the download page, there's a link to 2.8, so you can go to there and download from there. So you may also want to download 2D image editors such as GIMP, Paint.net, or Photoshop. For viewing video files, you may want to install VLC. Media player. Good idea to have pencil and paper handy. I actually don't think I have VLC right now because this is a new computer. I'm not sure that I downloaded VLC late. I actually could check that. Do I have it? Oh, I do have it. Videolan. Where to go get help other Blender users, and in the appendices, there's no resources. Have a section like this at the bottom listing websites and information, Blender system requirements, GIMP, Windows installation, about the Python programming language, etc. Okay, so that's about it for right now. We'll be looking at what Blender can do tomorrow, unless it's on a Saturday, which case you'll learn it Monday, but I don't think that's for this. This is actually going to go out on, it's going to go out tomorrow, so tomorrow is Tuesday the 4th, tomorrow's Tuesday the 4th, so Wednesday the 5th is where we'll continue with this, so stay tuned for some more. We'll go through the next things like what Blender can do and stuff, and we'll see what we can see from there. If you watched all these 4 videos for today, thanks for watching, thanks for making it through. I know it can be kind of dry, but once we get going on the tutorials themselves, maybe you'll see some stuff. So thanks for watching, and join me next time.